A year ago, for the first time ever, we met Missouri State, and in a game that we had circled all year long, we fell flat, getting blown out by the Bears, 31-13 in their place. And ever since that loss, we have had revenge on our minds. These two teams have a lot of parallels, joining the FBS at the exact same time. So we want to beat the Bears, and we got another chance here today. Hello, everybody. This is Mr. Rob, and welcome back to another episode of the Delaware Blue Hens Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 26. And like I said, we got a shot at redemption today, erasing and avenging one of the losses that we had a year ago against the Missouri State Bears. So if you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. Like we said, these two teams met last year, and it was the Bears who were victorious, shredding us in the passing game, 31-13. And high stakes again this year. We meet the Bears again, and both these teams are 2-0 in Conference USA play. The winner of this game not only gets bragging rights again, but gets to put themselves firmly in the driver's seat in the Conference USA. So a lot on the line here in Newark, Delaware for a home matchup underneath the lights at the Tub as we are underway. Missouri State will start off with the football. This one will be returned on their own goal line out to the 21. And we'll see the sophomore quarterback, Matt Zollers, up first, who torched us last year. The all-conference quarterback, redshirt sophomore, has had another good season. He's going to be tough to stop. We got to find a way to do it. They'll start off on the ground, though, with Josh Joyner, their impact runner. And he's actually hurt on the first play. He's a little banged up. He should return to this game. Zollers now goes to the air for the first time on 2nd and 9, and he will tuck it and run, and he dives forward for 3. And you'll see, yes, we face another team that goes no huddle on offense. Big third down early for the Bears. Clean pocket, and Zollers will find a man across the middle. It's Isaiah McMorris, the junior, with his 30th reception of the season. So they'll get back to the line where they'll give it to Damian Drake for a gain of 6 on his first carry of the day. And Missouri State encroaching on midfield. 2nd and 4, a tough catch, but it's made, and Zollers already at 24 yards passing. Into Delaware territory here, 1st and 10. It's a play action. Zollers goes deep, wants the home run shot, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Spock, his first career collegiate interception. He's got a lot of space down the sideline, and he's going to take it all the way to the 45 of Missouri. 5th interception of the season for Zollers, a huge turnover there. And Delaware set up nicely to bring their offense out for the first time today. We'll start on the ground with Browning, who gains 4. And we're out to the 41. Now we go play fake for the first time. Cole looks across the middle, trying to get it to Gash, but he can't hold on. We've tried to make Larry Gash a focal point of the offense, and it hasn't worked all the time. 3rd and 6, Cole tries to check it down, and our first drive after the interception is a very poor one as we quickly punt it back to the Bears. Their second possession here at about midfield. Nice spin move, as you can see Joyner back in the game, averaging 5 yards a carry for the Bears this season. After McAllister comes off the field because of an injury, it's a 3rd and 1, and they don't get it. Inches shy, and the Bears will punt it. So a good stop there by the Delaware offense. Delaware defense brings the offense on the field, rather. And there's a nice run by McConomy for a gain of 13 on his first carry today. Now it'll be Cole with the keeper on the read option. He slides down after a gain of 5. That's where he's in his element, is scrambling and moving around. 2nd and 5, screen for McConomy. Foot race to the pylon, and he will get the first down as Cole is 50% to begin the day throwing. Now it's a play fake, 1st down. Cole wants the deep shot. Nobody's open, so he'll tuck it and run. And there's plenty of green grass in front of him as he dives down at the 16. But this play will not count. It's a holding call against the offense, and it's Earl Millard. We've seen the struggles that he's had at right tackle this year with the penalties, and he gets his first on the day here. So that backed us up, 1st and 20, now a 2nd and 16. It's a screen set for Browning, and Browning gets some blocks, and he's going to be free down the sideline all the way to the 16. Tyrone Browning can thank his offensive line for that play. And just like that, we're in the red zone. Hand off to Browning on the next carry. He doesn't get much after a gain of 2. Anthony Mahar will bring him down. Now a 2nd and 8, back to the air. This comes a blitz for Missouri State. Cole steps through the blitz, tucks it, gets a block, and he's tackled down at the 1. Goal to go here now for Delaware. Great at scoring opportunity. as they go speed option left side, and Cole will walk it into the end zone for a touchdown as the Blue Hens will strike first today. They lead 7-0. So now trailing for the first time today, the Bears will get the football back. Here they are at their own 44 with about 4 minutes to go. And it's a handoff for Joyner, and he's going to go backwards. A couple of Blue Hens there to make the tackle. Now a 3rd and 13 after another TFL. 3-man rush. Zollers with all day will eventually tuck it and run it, and he will only gain 6. As that'll bring it into this drive for Missouri State, and that'll also bring it into the first quarter where Delaware leads this one at 7-0. Defense doing a good job at making sure Zollers doesn't get too comfortable in the pocket, and we've done a good job also against the run defense. As far as the offense, here's another good drive for them here on 2nd and 11. A nice strike to Gash, who does hold on. Nice job boxing out the defender. Makes it a much more manageable 3rd and inches. And we'll go to Dean on the screen, and he will get it. First down completion, and into the red zone the Hens go. From the 16, Cole drops back to throw on first down, and he wants to run it, but there's a spy there, and he will only gain 2 as Mark Ehenecker will bring him down. Now 3rd and 8 for the Blue Hens. Cole to the air. Here comes a blitz. It's countered with a throw across the middle. It's incomplete. There's a holding call on Earl Millard as well. The Southern Miss transfer gets another holding. And instead of declining and make a 4th down, Missouri State's actually going to accept the penalty. They're trying to back us up. They don't think we can make it into field goal range. So we'll just run it to get a few yards. That'll be a 39-yarder for the true freshman, Walter Lipton. It is down the middle, so he will nail it as it's now 10-0. But again, interesting strategy by the Bears to have accepted that penalty instead of declined it. The 2-score lead now. Missouri State's offense has been quiet today. Here they are at about midfield with 9 minutes to go in the first half. As this ball's in the air and should have been intercepted. That ball was broken up, and we drop the easy interception. So a new lease on life with this drive for the Bears, and they counter with a nice 2nd down run that picks up the first by Damian Drake, the senior. This time Zollers keeps it on first down. It doesn't fool Spock, who's had a nice day today after the interception earlier. Minimal gain. 3rd and 8 now for Missouri State. They're trying to set up a screen of their own. They do get it out to Drake, and he will win the race to the first down marker and pick up a little bit more, as Zollers is up to 100 yards passing now today. New set of downs here at the 22. It's a play fake. Zollers keeps it, throws it across the middle. A beautiful throw over the 2nd level. And now Missouri State has entered goal to go as Edward Strum of Delaware is hurt on the play. 1st and goal, it's a handoff, and they're going to get it down to the 1. So I'll make a 2nd down now. They bring a man in motion. It's a touch pass, and this one will be called a touchdown. Isaiah McMorris breaks the plane, or did he? Delaware's going to challenge the call, and it does look like he is short, so the call will be overturned. That'll make it 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line, maybe a little bit less. Goal line formation for Missouri State to try to sneak it, and they don't get in. Zollers stop shy of the end zone, and on 4th and goal, they'll keep the offense on the field. From about the half-yard line, this time spreading out the defense goes Missouri State. They hand it off to Drake, and he will get in. Touchdown, Missouri State. But Delaware is going to challenge again. Another close call. But this time you can see Missouri State does indeed get the touchdown. That will be the 5th on the season for Drake. And the Bears get on the board now 10-7, and we lose a timeout. But it was worth the shot, in my opinion. Next drive for Delaware gets to about midfield, where Damon Moss will bring down the running back, the Stanford transfer. And on 3rd and 11, we just run it up the middle again, and that will essentially end the drive. Interesting play call there. As we get to the 2-minute warning, Missouri State with a football with a chance to potentially tie it and maybe even take the lead on a little bit of a 2-minute drill here. 3rd and 5, though, for the Bears. Zollers in the pocket, throws it at all day, and he finds his man open. It's the tight end, Jerron Askren, who's had a great day today. The clock will stop. They're at the 28 now, as this one's a quick throw on the RPO, and it's caught across the middle by Sam Colon, the redshirt freshman 3-star out of Radcliffe, Kentucky. Missouri State will hold on. Their timeout is on 1st down. This one's thrown quickly. It's caught, and now they'll burn timeout number 1. 58 seconds to go. It's a handoff. Drake, and he will gain 5, and Missouri State will use timeout number 2. Third down here and 1, less than a minute to go. They'll try to throw it, and it is going to be caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. Jerron Askren, the tight end, finds the end zone, and Missouri State will now take the lead as it's 14-10 as we go into the halftime. The Bears offense really came alive in that second quarter, outscoring Delaware. Both teams pretty even in terms of rushing yards on the ground. Missouri State obviously with more volume of plays thanks to their no-huddle offense. But it has resulted in them taking a 4-point lead as we get into the second half of this game. Delaware does start off the football, and it'll be a nice run to begin as Tyrone Browning up the middle will pick up a first and a gain of 15. 9 carries, 47 yards for the Texas State transfer. Now a first down. It's a speed option, but this time Missouri State is ready for it as McConomy just gets WWE tackled by Travis Pope, the true freshman, out of bounds. Now 3rd and 6 for the Hens. Cole looks for his receiver, and he finds Dean for a first down. 5 catches, 54 yards for Neville Dean, the Kennesaw State transfer. It's a new set of downs to play with. Cole under pressure, and he's sacked up the middle. That is Tremont Harris III with his first sack of the season, and it's a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. Cole to throw. Gets outside the pocket. Nobody plays. Contain. And Cole has all this room to run. He gets it all the way to the 26. That is a 31-yard run for Darrell Cole. And now Delaware's deep into Missouri State territory. He'll keep it on the next one. Gets some blocks on the right side, including one downfield by Vitco, and it frees him for a touchdown. Delaware takes the lead off the legs of Darrell Cole, the South Carolina transfer. Blue Hens up 17-14. So now Missouri State with a chance to counter their first drive here of the second half. It's going to be a handoff up the middle for Drake, who has gotten more volume, in my opinion, than Josh Joyner, and he's played pretty good. Gain of 6 on first down, now 2nd and 4, and this one's wrapped up, loss of 2. So now time for a big third down as there's 10.5 to go here in the third quarter, as this is a rollout pass, and Zollers will keep his eyes downfield and to fire a good ball to the true freshman George Butt, the 3-star from St. Louis, Missouri, who's had a good start to his collegiate career. On first down, Eamon Smalls up the middle. The James Madison transfer brings down Zollers for a loss of 6. They get it back to a 3rd and 8 now, spreading out the defense, and it's a draw play to Drake, and they will not get it. Interesting call. 4th and 1, though, the Missouri State offense stays on the field, so maybe they were thinking 4-down territory. There's a bunch to the right. Zollers looks that way, and he's got the tight end. That's Askren, who's had a very busy day today, and he keeps the drive alive. Next play, it's a RPO throw out wide, just gets it off, and it's going to be caught, and it's going to be a gain of 6 as Missouri State will continue the tempo. Next play is a handoff up the middle, and this one's going to get just a couple. Now another 3rd down for the Bears. Can they convert once more? Man in motion. It's a keeper from Zollers, and he will get the first down. Makes the man miss inside the 20. And now Missouri State has entered the red zone with a chance to take the lead. 1st and 10. This time they will hand it off, and it will be a minimal gain. Tackled quickly by Elgin Sessions. Now 3rd and 9. So they bring a man in motion, tighter into the formation, setting up a screen left side, and it's read perfectly. Beautiful play by Ray, and that'll force a field goal. So we're knotted up at 17 apiece as Delaware gets the football back. And here's a nice 2nd down run by Tyrone Browning, who is actually a little shaken up on the play. 3rd and inches, McConomy will get the first down and a little bit more as Delaware crosses the 50-yard line. 6 carries, 37 yards for McConomy. He stays in on first down as Cole looks left side, and we actually connect on a corner route, but it's not going to count. Larry Millard again gets called for holding. I'm not sure what Earl's problem is, but he cannot keep the hands in check. So now it's 2nd and 20. As Cole goes play action here, looking downfield, wants the deep ball, and it's incomplete. But there's another flag down. It's going to be another holding call against this offense, just continuing to shoot themselves in the foot. This time it's Zach Vaughn, the other tackler. So now a 3rd and 20 as Cole goes to the air, and he connects with Ditko, and Ditko's got the first down and a lot more. He's chased down at the 5-yard line. It's a 50-yard connection to the tight end Vitco, who just gets free of the safety and runs a goal to go. So we convert a 2nd and 30, and on the next play, it's a touchdown on the bubble screen to the true freshman Mayo. And Delaware once again goes up by 7 as we end the third quarter. 24-17 your score. It's been a back and forth contest. We'll see if Delaware can come away with the victory. Missouri State begins the fourth quarter in Delaware territory on a 2nd and 4. And a nice handoff to Joyner, who breaks some ankles. And on the first play of the fourth quarter, he takes it 25 yards to the house. Touchdown, Joyner. His first of the day, 3rd of the season. Last year he had 13 touchdowns. Continues to play well for Missouri State. Next drive for Delaware is a 3-and-out. A miss by Cole gives it right back to Missouri State, who now have a chance to go take the lead. 1st and 10 play fake here. Zollers steps up in the pocket as a man open downfield. It's caught. It's the tight end Askren again. And Zollers is out past 300 yards passing. Not a lot of pass rush today as well. It's also allowed for him to throw for a lot. 2nd and 10 quickly brought down is Joyner as Askren is actually hurt on the play. That could be a big loss for the Bears offense. He's been a big part of it today. 3rd and 7. A nice strike on the out route caught by Butt. That's a first down. Another red zone trip for the Bears. Zollers back to the air on first down. Looks short. This one's incomplete. There's a holding call anyway. So this play would not have counted. It's going to go against Smith. So that'll back the Missouri State drive up a little bit, but they get it back to 2nd and 5 after a 15-yard play. And on 2nd down, they get the first down. Joyner powers forward. 15 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown today. And it's goal to go. From the 6 now. Zollers gets the call. He's going to be a throw, and he's got his man open for a touchdown. Isaiah McMorris in the end zone, and Missouri State takes the lead. 2 straight touchdown drives puts them up 31-24. Now Delaware's playing on the back foot. And again, they face a 3rd down, and they don't convert. So Delaware will punt it again. Tremont Harris II with the pressure. And now we really need to stop on defense. Missouri State's at about midfield. 1st and 10 play fake. Man open. McMorris with a nice grab. And Missouri State's already out to the 30. Spread offense here on first down. Zollers to the air. Looks short. This one's incomplete. That one's dropped. Makes it 2nd and 10. This time they'll go to the ground. It's a handoff for Drake, and he's bottled up. Loss of 2. And this is now a big 3rd and 12 for the Bears. Spreading out the defense once more. Zollers making some changes. He goes back to throw. And he wants the deep ball to the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete. And Missouri State will bring on the field goal unit. This will be a 49-yard field goal for the true freshman Josh Burks, who is perfect on the season, 8 for 8 to this point. The snap, it's up, and it is right down the middle. 9 for 9 is Burks. And now Missouri State leads by 2 scores. It's 34-24. Less than 8 to go. Delaware has not been able to get anything going. And on first down, that was a dangerous throw to Gash. That loses 1. Jabril Keogh all over it. Now a 3rd and 11 for the Blue Hens. Cole goes play fake. Looking downfield. Fires it deep, and it's caught by Dean, who goes up and grabs it. One-on-one coverage against Keogh, and he makes the play. Huge play there. 7 catches, 114 for Dean today. His best games at Blue Hen. So after the big play, Cole will run it on first down, and he gets a first, a generous spot. He's got 95 yards on the ground. Next play fake again. Cole rolls to his right, being chased. Nothing open. This time he just fires it out of bounds. 2nd and 10 now. It's a give to McConomy, who cuts it upfield, and it makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Man in motion. They hand it off to McConomy, and he will not get there. Marked a yard shy, and Delaware will take the field goal, it looks like. From right hash, this is the true freshman Walter Lipton. He will nail it, and it's within 1 score again. The time is starting to run out. 34-27. We're now at the 2-minute warning, and we could really use a stop here and keep it a 1-score game. The only problem is they're at the 13. 2nd and 7 handoff for Drake. He gains 5 as Nate Ray will have to come off the field, and that'll force Delaware to use timeout number 1. Now a 3rd and 2 from the pistol. A handoff to Drake, right side, and he will not get there. Maybe gets 1. And on 4th and 1, Missouri State's actually going to keep the offense on the field. Instead of going for the field goal in a 2-score game, they're trying to end it here. 4th and 1, a huge play. It's a handoff, and they don't get it. Then Delaware, with a minute 13, they held on to 2 timeouts. Has a chance to go tie the game. A gamble does not pay off for the Bears. We'll see if the Blue Hens can capitalize. They need a minute 10 drill from their own 10 as there's Vitko out wide, but a good tackle by Missouri State keeps him in bounds. It's now around a minute to go. Cole looks right side. Dean cannot hold on through the contact. Play stops with a minute to go. 2nd and 10. Cole across the middle. Dean again can't hold on. Takes a shot from the linebacker. Now it's a 3rd and 10. 57 seconds. Cole with the snap. Looking. Nobody's open. He steps up being chased, but he's got the running room, and he's tackled down at the 37. Over 100 yards rushing today is the sophomore quarterback. Clock those at 36 seconds. Delaware's got to start to pick up the pace. 1st down. Throw is airmailed. That will at least stop the clock. Cole, only 50% of his passes complete today. 2nd and 10. Cole back to the air. Looks at the seam, and it's almost intercepted. Bounced around, but it was Tyree Bush who had his hand on it. His 3rd deflection of the day. So now a big 3rd and 10. Cole looks short. It's got Vitko, and he's going to be tackled down. Delaware uses their 2nd timeout. Now it's 4th down. You got to convert here. What do the Blue Hens have called up with 24 seconds? You need a touchdown, but you also need the 1st down here. Cole's in the gun, takes the snap. Looks, fires short, guarantees the 1st down. It's Mayo, and he gets out of bounds. Stop the clock at 19 seconds. At the 50-yard line, Cole to the air, feels pressure, fires, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Mahar, his 1st interception of the season. And that will do it for the 2nd straight season. The Bears win it this year, 34-27 after a comeback in the 4th quarter. As Matt Zoller's 415 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 86% completion. As Missouri State beats us again for the 2nd straight season, we cannot beat the Bears. And again, it's the same story. Their passing attack just carves us up. Matt Zoller's, the redshirt sophomore, had another sensational day against us. Our best hope is that he transfers after this season. That would be great. But we drop our first conference game of the season, fall to 4-2. We cannot get revenge. And Missouri State now 3-0 in the Conference USA, firmly in the driver's seat. And I would hate to see the Bears go to the conference championship before we do. Other stories, Texas wins the Red River rivalry. Miami takes down South Carolina this week off the back of Joshua Moore's big game. Texas, though, doesn't have a lot of time to celebrate as now they'll play host to Tennessee this week, and South Carolina has to bounce back against Ole Miss. Other scores from Week 6, Fresno State wins a shootout against Georgia State to wrap up the week. Liberty gets a point victory over Middle Tennessee. TCU knocks off Utah in the Big 12, and then, of course, it was Texas who won the Red River rivalry this year. Florida State beats Georgia Tech by a touchdown. Florida still undefeated. They knock off Missouri 38-10. Marshall over Louisiana on the road. We see Pitt dominate Boston College in the ACC. Army beats North Texas by a touchdown. Arizona State does the same to Iowa State. Baylor hangs 51 up on the Cowboys, who are now 0-4 in Big 12 play. South Alabama on the road takes care of Coastal Carolina. Syracuse with the field goal victory over NC State. Ball State beats Buffalo by 10, and SMU dominates Stanford 43-20. Southern Miss knocks off Georgia Southern. They're up to 5-1, while Kansas beats BYU 21-17. The Jayhawks 5-0. They're undefeated, not getting any top 25 recognition though. South Florida takes care of East Carolina. Alabama does the same to their rivals in LSU. They're up to number 2, and to my opinion, look like the team to beat. Tennessee over Kentucky. We see North Carolina knock off Virginia Tech. UTEP takes care of San Jose State. Indiana wins the Battle of Eyes as they beat Illinois. Toledo knocks off Central Michigan. Georgia still at number 1. They beat Auburn this week on the road. Houston does the same. Enters the top 25 as they beat Cincinnati. Boise State, the Group of 5 representative, takes care of Florida Atlantic. Appalachian State gets their first win of the season over Louisiana Monroe. Hawaii over UMass. They enter the top 25 and are undefeated. Texas Tech over UCF. Oregon squeaks by Purdue at home. Ole Miss puts up 56 on Texas A&M. They look ready for the Gamecocks. Clemson on the road beats Louisville by a touchdown, while Colorado State gets a Pac-12 victory over Utah State. Michigan on the road takes care of Penn State 38-28. Iowa over Wisconsin, also in the Big Ten. And then we see Wake Forest beat Notre Dame. It has not been a good year for the Fighting Irish. They're now 2-4. Colorado on the road takes care of Arizona. They're 6-0 on the season. They're now one of the first teams bowl eligible. Jacksonville State, we'll see next week, beats New Mexico State 38-10. Tulane blanks Navy this week. The game of the week, it was Miami who beat South Carolina in Coral Gables, Florida. Nebraska beats Ohio State by 8. Big win on the road for the Cornhuskers. Washington over Michigan State. USC looks dominant again as they beat Minnesota to round out the week. They're now 7-0. Players of the week, Jalen Braxton of Texas Tech had 2 picks, including a pick 6. Well, offenses from our conference is Terrence Ulmer of Western Kentucky with 4 touchdowns. And the defense was Quay Billingsley of Kennesaw State. Here's a look at your top 25. Miami passes Florida with their victory against South Carolina this week. Still a lot of unbeatens around the country. Boise State is still your highest group of 5 represented, but Hawaii is also undefeated. They move up to 21st, while the newest teams are the undefeated Colorado Buffaloes and the 4-2 Houston Cougars at number 25. Here are your top games going to this week, including the biggest one of the season. Number 2, Alabama at number 1, Georgia. That could be a championship preview. Texas, Tennessee, South Carolina, Ole Miss, also an SEC play, while in the Big Ten, number 5, UCLA looks to prove that they belong as they play host to number 14, Michigan. As far as us next week, we will look to rebound as we hit the road to face the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, a team that has always been towards the top of the conference in this series so far, and we've had some success against them, and hopefully we can carry that next week, as a loss here would drop us to 2-2, and that would put us firmly in the hole as we get into the second half of the season. But it's not going to be easy, but I'd love to bounce back and beat the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. And we'll see that one in the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed this season thus far. If you have, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.